Have you ever felt that the internet has become a place that people go especially to argue? Well, that's because it is. Hi, definitely glad you could join me today. My name is Jack Ross, and with over 10 years of arguing about almost everything on the internet, I shall teach you on how to win every single online argument by simply debating like someone who spent 10 years doing so. Firstly, we may have established the idea that the point of heated debate is to push issues forward, generate knowledge, and to reach some kind of intellectual consensus. But that only applies to real-life argument. And who on earth with the right mind would still be doing that in 2018? Tell you what, the real and only point of arguing in 2018 is to win. Trust me on this one. The first principle that every winner must bear in mind is to always stay anonymous. Remember, hiding your true identity on the internet is just as important as keeping the mask on as Batman. It liberates you from mortal limitations, exempts you from rules, and grants you the almighty power to commence and conclude the argument whenever the hell you please. It also increases the credibility of your statements because the opponents have no freaking idea who you could possibly be behind the keyboard. This is your world, so you get to decide who you can be. You could be a doctor, a scientist, economist, or even a clairvoyant being with unlimited wisdoms. The possibility alone can already intimidate and discourage your opponents from even thinking about confronting you. Another reason why we must stay anonymous is to prevent our pathetic opponents from using our own strategies against us, which is number 2, the ad hominem strategy.
Man, I think we should impose higher taxes on cigarettes.
That's interesting coming from a man who smoked like a chimney.
A lot of people deem ad hominem fallacious. Tell you what, people are entitled to their opinions, and their opinions are always wrong. Utilizing ad hominem, which means focusing on the flaws of your opponents instead of their contention, is actually one of the most highly intelligent tactics used only by highly intelligent individuals. Imagine having to fight against a man armed from head to toe. Would you want to keep beating his bad armor or aiming at his dead parents?
Why did you say that name?
So right when you're about to lose in an argument, simply decide not to lose by starting to call your opponent stupid, ugly, poor, reactionary, scumbag, okay, anything inferior to you. This way, your opponents would be so triggered that they forget what they were trying to say. At that point, they would block you or desperately trying to criticize you back, only to find out you are an anonymous being whose profile picture is a car. Number 3, the straw man strategy. So whenever you encounter a super solid, well-constructed argument that you cannot even fully understand because you only read the first several sentences of that argument, well, just calm down, just go ahead and build a misrepresented, oversimplified version of that argument, which you'll find much easier to counter.
Don't you think we should stop bashing Dan Howard?
Because he's one of your God and Savior, without whom our country will be going down.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
This way, you are subconsciously forcing your opponents to repeat their argument to get themselves across. And when they do, you simply say, you don't have to repeat your freaking argument. Sooner or later, your opponents will be convinced that there are actually flaws in their contention. Eventually, the argument will become an endless loop, clown fiesta, in which each time they try to elaborate on their point, you defute another misinterpretation of that argument, pushing the debate further and further away from its track. And once the enemies have been fed up with your shit, you, my friends, just won the argument. Strategy number 4. Saying I win. Remember, this is your world, so you can win whenever the hell you feel like winning, and there is no faster way to shut down your opponents by saying you win and majestically abandon the conversation.
Because I win. I fucking win.
Your opponents are normally not ready for such an unexpected move, and they'll be baffled by whether or not you are being serious. And that is the brilliance behind the strategy. You see, people despise you for being dumb, hate you for being smart, but if they have no idea whether you are smart or retarded, they start to be afraid of you, and only losers have to be afraid of winners. Again, my name is Jack Ross. Thanks for watching. I hope you happy arguing, and God bless, my friends.